So, guys, should we call this wishful thinking? The People's Democratic Party (PDP) caucus in the House of Representatives have threatened to initiate impeachment proceedings against President Muhammadu Buhari. Leader of the caucus, Kingsley Chinda, warned that impeachment proceedings would be initiated against Buhari if the federal government fails to stop the calculated blackmail against the National Assembly and the insecurity in the country. In a statement he issued, Chinda gave a 4-week ultimatum to the executive to provide security to Nigerians and commence proper cleaning of the embarrassing and notorious corruption cases at the EFCC and NDDC. Failure to meet their demands, Chinda said, "We shall revert to the relevant sections of the Constitution and commence impeachment proceedings in the interest of Nigeria and Nigerians." He explained that the impeachment process would be initiated due to the behaviors of appointees of the executive arm who continue to show disrespect for the Constitution. So, guys, this is what a PDP caucus, our lawmakers planning to do, that they are going to they will have no choice than to go on impeachment process because of insecurity and all of that. And the question we are going to be asking, that do you think that would be possible, or they also have done this for a very long time, or if this is just the right time for them to do, to say what they are saying? And because I could remember even the lawmakers, apart from the PDP caucus coming out to say this, the lawmakers already told the presidency or Buhari to sack the service chiefs, and the presidency responded that it is not in their place to tell the president what to do, that at the appropriate time the president or the presidency will do the right thing. A lot of people, I don't think there's nobody that has never talked about this sack of these service chiefs, but all to no avail. And from the look of things, I don't think the president is interested in that anymore. He has told Nigerians and those who care to listen that he's not going to change them. And from the look of things, they might end the tenure with him. They started with him since 2015, and they might end with him, and that's just the way it is. And several times this man has come out to say that whether they change them or not, it makes no difference, that is not the right thing to say. Burutai, the chief of army staff, had already said that long time ago, and now recently the lawmakers are coming out on the same issue, because the issue of security is like it's not being tackled again. It's not being talked about the way it ought to, and that's why they're coming out again to say they have to do something. But the presidency has replied them and responded that it is not in their place to tell the president how to change or when to change the service chiefs, that at the appropriate time it is in his own time or at his own will he will change them, because he was the one that appointed them in the first place. So since they've replied like that, and now the PDP lawmakers are now saying that they will have no choice than to go on impeachment process. That's why I say it is wishful thinking. Are they just saying it so that Nigerians will be happy, or they are going to follow it through? A lot of things that have even happened, from the presidency, that these people ought to have taken action. They didn't take action, and that's why I was asking that question. Could this be, or I'm just making that statement, is this a wishful thinking, or they really meant what they have said? Because if you look at what is happening, those who are affected, like I always say, they will have a better stories to tell. They have better stories to tell, because if you are not affected, you don't even know what it means. The way these people see it, they see it most especially from the side of the government or presidency, and those who are supporting them. They will see it, they always see it from the angle of opposition. More so in the president's home state, his people have come out to say he has failed them. What happened? Even when they protested, they tried to arrest them, they tried to discourage them from not protesting. So what are we saying? Those who are affected will have a better story to tell. Those who don't even know what is happening, they will never see it as anything. Honestly, they will never see it as anything. They will think, oh, they are just trying to make the government ungovernable for him. Now let's hear what some Nigerians are saying. Nigerians are solidly Nigeria solidly supports ourselves, support to Buhari impeachment. Okay, Nigerian support the impeachment of Buhari is overdue and it is right steps taken. That's what somebody is saying here. Audio impeachment. Best of luck, unfortunate people. Okay. PDP lawmaker, they are the most whatever people in the house, and beside, how many are they? Does PDP have the number to impeach President Buhari? The answer is capital no. Does PDP have the number to impeach him in the recent? Someone says it's capital no. Empty boast, person of no value. Just do it and let's see what will come out of the whole thing. All of them are roped in the corruption saga. Although I am a PDP loyalist, but who can be trusted now? Only God Almighty can deliver Nigeria from insecurity and corruption. If you impeach Buhari, who is the man that can take us to victory, or that will lead us to victory? Who is that person? So really, what a slavish or a slavish mentality. Story for the girls. The lawmakers want to impeach Buhari. PDP lawmakers. Okay. The PDP government were the roots of corruption in the country. If the way PMB is fighting corruption, if the PDP had done half of what PMB is doing, this country would not be in the situation trying to impeach as where are your consistency allowances. You tell your people you are representing. Okay, where are the constituency allowances? Okay, this is a nice one. It's a welcome development. If I thought they are serious, just like somebody said, that nobody can be trusted. It's only God that can be trusted, because these people that are speaking, any little opportunity or any little whatever, any little window, they've crossed to the other side, and it's vice versa. It's vice versa. And one thing, somebody was saying that if PDP had fought a corruption just the way this government is fighting corruption, it would have been better. But it's like this government is just making it as a project. You can be doing this corruption without saying it, but the result of the whole thing, the end result, will justify your action. But most of the time, once they try to arrest somebody or try to investigate somebody, they are fond of this media trial, and at the end of the day, nothing will happen. This is not a corruption fight, and just like Peter Obi said, that you can't be fighting corruption and make it a number one priority. You have to be doing it underground. By the end of your results, or what will come out of the investigation and all of that, we don't know that, people will not know that yes, you are already fighting corruption. Then what about the economy? The economy is not as pronounced with the way this corruption is being projected. But at the end of the day, how many people have they been able to jail? Most of the time they will tell you, oh, so person has stolen this, has stolen this. The next thing, they will be plea bargain, and the people will go scot-free. They would, before you know, somebody will tell you, oh yes, so two governors, two ex-governors have been jailed. How many of them? They talk about this during this at least during Obasanjo, the fight, this corruption fight. It was being done, and it was not as the way it's just being portrayed. And at the end of the day, we are not even hearing anything, no results, no good thing, no whatever. They will just make noise. Everybody will be so happy. Yes, so these people will be dealt with, but before you know it, everything will just be watered down. So how do you fight corruption? How do you say you are fighting corruption in that recent? But if these people say they want to impeach him, good and fine. But like somebody was asking, that do they really have the number? That do they really have the number to remove him? That the answer is capital no. But I don't know what you think, if they are genuine in the real sense. But the other people who are supposed to speak, the APC lawmakers that are supposed to work together, they cannot work together because they don't see anything wrong in what is happening now. Okay, someone say Igbo agenda, a mission impossible for, it's just an empty to deceive people. Stop all this placard in Nigeria. Start the impeachment now. It's overdue. Up and until now, I'm still pondering on who will take over from PMB at the end of his tenure in office. Or can you bail me out? I don't know what we are we have a lot of good people. We have a lot of good people because what we are even, in my opinion, what we experienced before is even better with what we are experiencing now. So if we are experiencing positivity, it would have been a different thing. And maybe the question these people are putting up is that almost everybody is not even ready to do the right thing because everybody is tired. This one will tell you, oh, I'm the best, I'm going to do it better. But as soon as they get there, with all these promises, as soon as they get there, reverse is the case. You know, they seem to just be handicapped. If somebody had told Nigerians that this is what we are going to be experiencing in this administration, nobody would have believed it. But so guys, let's hear your opinion. The PDP lawmakers threatening to impeach Buhari over insecurity and corruption. Do you think they have what it takes to do that, or are they serious about it, or is it just a wishful thinking? Leave your comment below and let's have your take.